Hey, what's going on? This KLA Club Wanderer, and yes, on a Sunday evening. Yeah, last week we was doing Asian female. We was I was going with the Asian female muscle community and stuff, and I noticed people really enjoyed that, and somebody had a comment and on the chat, and they suggested that I do another ethnicity. So one of the ethnicities that I really enjoy, especially in women's bodybuilding, is the Latin community. Yeah, I really do like the Latinas. There's some very attractive women like Christina Mendoza, Lavanya Barros, all the Ray's George Page. He's supposed to come in soon, and he could break down some of these women, you know, show how many shows they did and stuff. Yeah, one that caught my attention, I like really is what's this lady's name? Because I wrote some of them down. Um, I forgot her freaking name, man. The fuck, I forgot her name. It's well, I'll show the picture. It's this young lady. Her name is Fabioso. What's her name? Well, y'all could write it in the chat. But I like her as a bodybuilder, and yeah, she just got she won some show. Yeah, I forgot how to freaking name. Oh no, I yeah, it's a lot. It's a lot of female bodybuilders, man. That I wrote the names down. I think her name is Anya Fejo. If I'm correct me if I'm wrong. Anybody in the chat? So we got all of Ray's George Page. Yo, George, what's her name again? Anna Fejo?
I think that's what it is. I know she did some photo sessions with Glenn
Yeah,
at Amazon Fitness magazine.
yeah.
He was supposed to make her debut as an amateur at the Arnold Schwarzenegger Classic about a few months back, but she didn't do the show. And I know she's from Brazil.
Yeah, yeah, she's from Brazil. Yeah, yeah. So how many shows she did, you would say?
Not that many. I think she, other than let's see if you can pull up her IG. Let's see
You
if
pulling it up IG, or I'm gonna pull it up?
you well you're the control. You got to pull up the IG. You got to find it.
Well, I can't. Well, my IG is acting up. That's why I posted a picture. I'll see what I can do.
Wait a minute,
Um,
wait, it is because I don't know you because this is
I
your.
got you. I got. Yeah, yeah. I'm coming. Hold on, hold on.
Let's see.
Anna Fejos. Yeah, that's why I was showing some pictures of. I wanted to show mostly pictures. No, this ain't. She go another name. That damn, I forgot her name. Fabioso something. I
Yeah,
wrote the fucking name down. Damn, I'm trying to. Yeah, it was a lot doing this, man. Like trying to write them down and shit. Okay, okay, Fabiano dos años.
hmm
Años. Okay, and I'm gonna pull it up. Yeah, it's a lot, man. Like trying to like I had to write it. I actually had to write this down, bro. So yeah, can you see this? Let me know if you see it.
mm, yeah.
Okay. So we're on a page. Okay. Yeah. So So she got what like being invisible to some is the first step to truly seeing yours. When you started following her,
Well, I hadn't really followed her. Really, what it was, I saw somebody else posted because she just competed in a show that a couple ladies a couple ladies we both interviewed competed at these shows. Michelle Fletcher and Erica. Erica just made her debut as an
yeah,
amateur, and Michelle just made her debut, her pro debut, and
okay,
I follow another site and they posted that video of her posing. So and the only reason I knew about her because Glenn did the photo session when last time he was in Florida for the
right,
Tampa Bay Pro. That was last year. He did a photo session with her and also with Sherry Pirami and I think a couple other ladies.
okay. So we got Rolando G. Oh, you doing the Los Angeles Latina Feminas Culturismo, man, KLA. Oh, the Brazilian female bodybuilder. Yeah, her husband looked like dude from Norbit. So yeah, yeah, I was before you came, I was just explaining the idea, came from somebody in the chat, and I just decided like why not? Let me just do it. So yeah, like there's a lot of female bodybuilders that catches my eye. That's Latina, and one does. It's this young girl. Her name is what's her name? What's this girl's name? Amanda Rodriguez, and she's 19 years old, and she just competed in the Arnold show. I don't know if you're familiar with her. She's like a gymnast and stuff. And yeah,
She's doing women's physique. Must be the
yeah,
amateurs.
yeah. She's Brazilian. And yeah, yeah. I've been following her for a while. So yeah, yeah. She recently done a show and stuff. And yeah, so yeah. I know you interviewed a lot of people from Mexico. I know you interviewed what's that girl's name? Uh, you interviewed a lot of them. Like you interviewed, I can't even get their name. Maria Monica Vega.
Yeah, yeah. She's not she's actually she lives in the States, but yeah, she's family originally from Mexico. Gabby Vega,
Yeah,
Eunice, she's Texas, but she's of Mexican descent.
yeah,
You know, a couple ladies from Spain. I think they're originally from Spain, and some ladies who are Brazilians.
yeah, yeah. So yeah. So it's another person I met. I talked to Martina Lopez. You know.
I know Glenn. He interviewed her. Was it last week?
Yeah,
Yeah,
yeah.
yeah,
It was short. I mean, the interview I had was short, so but
yeah.
it is what it is.
Yeah, it happens like
But
that. Yeah,
say that again.
yeah, it happens like that sometimes. I would say
Yeah,
this is some lady. I remember a young lady I interviewed a while back. She turned pro about a couple years ago, and I'll put the link here. You can see it. You can click it, and you can maybe go to it. It's Amanda Santos. Now,
yeah.
Amanda, she's originally from Brazil. She's been living here since she was a teenager, and she lives in Missouri.
Okay,
And she turned pro at the 2023 nationals. She was doing both women's bodybuilding and physique, but because there was not enough, I think what it was, um, she was in one class. She didn't win that class, and because even though
Can
she
you
came
see
second in that,
this?
yeah, that is, yeah, even though she came second in that class, they didn't give her pro cards, you know, for top two in women's bodybuilding. They only give it to physique and other divisions.
Yeah.
And also, the lady right there, I'm interviewing her tomorrow. That's Miss Rebecca Woody.
Oh, okay, that's her. She got the
Yes, sir.
arthritis.
Yeah, yeah.
Is
76
she
years old.
suffering from that? Is she dealing with that
Yeah,
now?
yeah.
Oh,
She's been doing it for a long time.
oh, okay. I mean, there's ways that you. I don't know. I'm not no expert, but
It's only much you can. There's only so much you
I
can do
think
with it because,
there's
like I said,
ways to. Well,
well,
it
I get.
depends. I mean,
Well,
it depends what you do.
I'm talking from experience because I have arthritis, and you can. There's ways to do it, but after a while, there's still some issues you still have to work with, and you most times you do need some kind of medication
You have
because
arthritis?
yes, both my knees.
Oh,
I
oh
went to see
yeah,
my
yeah,
yeah,
yeah. Okay,
yeah. I went to see my
okay.
orthopedics this past week, and told me that's what it is. Mostly it's arthritis. It's genetic. Sometimes it's just unavoidable. Some people have it to a extreme point where they can't do much, but she was able to work around it with hers. But now she's at the age where it's kind of slowing down a little bit.
But when you say slowing down, like what? It's not affecting her too much.
Well, she's not competing. She did one show. She did
Oh,
her first and only pro show last year, and now she's just trying to live
mm,
her life.
okay. I mean, she could. I mean, I'm not no expert, but there's things that probably maybe she could do holistic. If I know I didn't really speak to her. You gonna be talking to her,
Yeah. Well, the
but
best advice is if you're not
that. Well,
expert, don't. So your best advice is if you're not expert,
no,
don't
but
sleep
I'm
on it.
saying there's things that I do know about.
Yeah.
Like I
But
mean,
as
there's
again,
holistic healing. There's holistic healing that you can
it's
do also.
it's nice, but sometimes it doesn't always work, and sometimes it has to be, especially if you're a extreme case. I can tell you, holistic stuff is nice, but if you have something really severe, it doesn't always work. I can tell you firsthand dealing with my mom and take care of her.
So what did she try? Like,
Basically, I know my family once said give her some weed that smoke it made afterwards, but she's not that person. She's not into that, and we just did the basics like any doctor, medication and make sure she's taken care of, and stuff like that. But some things, holistic might work for some things, but if you're too far gone in a situation, it doesn't always work.
mm, you and George Page, I'm not going to be able to interview my fantasy wife, Palma Bouchon. She speaks Portuguese. I don't think she speaks English. She lives Mato Grosso area, Brazil. Yeah,
Yeah,
Bouchon. Yeah, yeah. She was somebody I actually wrote down to on the thing. So
yeah, yeah. I think I know she's supposed to be getting ready for the Masters Olympia in August. But she might try to do one more show. Like I said, there's a Portugal Pro coming up this next Sunday. That she might try to do that because I know it's a lady who I follow, Asun Barito. She's going to do that show. She's also from Brazil, and maybe like I said, for her that'd be a show for her to do also. But more likely, I think Barbara's gonna
yeah.
probably wait and try to do the show in Japan because it's going to be more of a expense to travel to Japan again.
Mm, okay. So yeah, I mean, I didn't really think this through, but it's a lot of competitors. I just was like trying to discuss who to talk about. Um, yeah, I know you know more than me about it, so you know,
Well, there's
yeah.
plenty of women in the sport to talk about, especially if you're talking about Latinas. There's one person
I know Denise Massino. Denise Masino. That's
Yeah,
like the one that registers in my head mostly.
she's Puerto Rican. One
Yeah.
person that you don't realize she's Latina because she doesn't
Who?
speak out. Chelsea Dion.
Yeah.
Her father was Mexican.
Okay, I didn't know that.
She's half Mexican.
Yeah, you know what? I think yeah, I think I heard her say that. Yeah. I'm not yeah. Okay, go pull her up. Yeah. I seen her at the New York Pro.
Yeah,
I
because
was like I was messaging her. I was like on the comments like, was that you near the vendor? And so she was saying some smart shit. She was like, I don't know, did it look like me? And so like I would suppose so. Like, you know, I didn't say that, but I was saying I was wearing a hat and you know, but she ain't respond. But yeah, I seen her. I just didn't say anything to her like that, approach her or nothing like that.
yeah,
So
yeah. I mean, it's like every now and then, just all you can do is like say, hey, that's it. But I think some of these ladies, there's some decent ladies out there. Just I was talking with a lady this a couple hours ago, Heather. She's a fit model competitor, and they're just she
yeah,
was pretty cool.
what the one that you despise, the fit model, the fit model.
I don't spy her. I spy the vision.
I knew sooner or later. I know that's what you told her. You told her that.
Yeah, she
Did
understood
you
it.
tell her that?
Yeah, she understood
Oh,
it because she didn't want to do it because she felt like it was beneath her. But then she realized where her body was going. It was the coach felt like it probably
oh.
um you know was a better division for her. She was doing bikini for a good while.
Nah, she's attractive. I mean, like she don't look too bad. I seen the pictures. Why did you interview her out of curiosity?
Well, I was following something, and then I saw, how IG does, it pop up, somebody into your timeline, like a sponsor, like you
Yeah,
just, and I just like, well, I just clicked it, looked at your story and read it, and saw the kids and what she's doing and running her own business. I said, well, and I said, you know what? I know I not like the division, but as a content maker, I have to be open minded. So I said, you know what? Let me see and reach out and maybe get my first fit model competitor on the channel. And I did. I, I
yeah,
reached out to a couple ladies who just turned pro in fit model, but they haven't responded. So I'm not going to worry about no
yeah. I
stuff
knew in
unless
time you was gonna do that. I knew in
it's it.
time you was gonna do that bullshit, but it's fine.
Hey, hey, it's
I knew you was gonna do that, yo. I
who
knew
do you
it.
think you
I
are?
knew
Making
it.
question? Who do you think you are?
I
Who do
knew
you think
that
you
you
are?
was
Huh?
gonna do
Who do you think
that.
you are?
I knew you was gonna do that.
You know me? You know me? You think you know
I
me,
knew you was
son?
gonna do that.
You know me,
I knew
son?
that. I knew that you was gonna do that.
You
I
think you
knew
know
as
me, son?
soon as something, as you was gonna be like, let me reach out to them. I knew it. I knew it in time, but it's okay. It's okay. You see, it wasn't a bad interview.
Yeah, I know she's getting ready for Universe, so that's what she's gonna do. She's gonna compete Friday. So
There is she. Balls deep. What's up? Yeah, he says, rest in peace, Amy Mendes. He
yes,
says Jessica Cereja. Jessica, what? Let me see what Balls deep talking about. Jessica.
I know she turned pro some time ago. She's from Brazil. Um, Crazy body. I think she can do women's physique. Uh,
Uh, yeah, I think I got my hands. I'm getting arthritis right now with my hands and shit. Let me
yeah.
see. Let me see. Pull it up. Um, yeah, I've been like since I don't know the idea. I just decided to do it. Just see Soreja, no, Soreja, mm, Sore, okay, Sore, Jessica. No, I don't see her IG page.
Hmm.
I can't
Sometimes
find
I
it.
think all you gotta do is maybe some girls they did IG. They even tag it a different way where it's not using their name or something. Sometimes
Yeah, but I can't
just
find it right now. So
yeah, I think let me see. Maybe I can Google it.
yeah, Chelsea Dion. Wow, okay, half Mexican.
Yeah,
Balls deep,
yes,
you obsessed with her, man. Disappointed. Jeez.
yeah.
Yeah.
Uh,
I was trying not to avoid too much of this Amy Muscle stuff because we was talking about it, you was talking about it, so it makes sense of keep like talking about it. So I just had to fall back with
well,
that.
see the thing with that is just oh, this is just I think it really shocked a lot of people that about her death because she was planning on making her debut this coming weekend at the Portugal Pro, and I think people were excited. They wanted to see because she's been competing for a long time as a amateur. She turned pro, and there was it was a big thing. They want to see how she does, but now we're never gonna know.
Yeah, but I mean, I just had to let it go. Maybe in the future I'll talk about it, but it didn't make sense to just like keep bringing her up. We even bringing her up now, so you know,
The thing is, if you feel like talking about her, that's good. But me as a content maker, I will mention talk about it 'cause I did post something on my IG where both my IG and my YouTube channel and also on my Facebook channel that my Facebook page that if you're somebody who goes through domestic violence, get help.
yeah, I
Don't be
seen that.
afraid.
I seen it. I
Yeah,
seen that.
because a friend of mine she sent me some stuff. I say, okay, let me do this. Let me put this video together, post it. You know, tag her in it because she can share it on her um, social media, and maybe people will share it. Because the thing
Yeah,
is, it's good for information to get out there.
yeah, but I don't feel like just bringing that up. After a while, it's tiring to hear that. I mean, people die all the time, so
Yeah, but then
that's
no,
just
but
how
the
I
thing
see
is,
it.
sometimes when it's something like this, people are always going to be curious about it. Why it happened? What's going on? Could something been
Yeah.
done? I know
How
people
they
die all the
gonna?
time, but
They not gonna know. They not gonna. They not. I mean, I don't know about that, bro. I really
see,
don't.
as people, as humans, we are obsessed about death because it's something that we don't have no control over it. Even with all the medical gains that we gained over the last millennium or century, it's
Oh,
still
this
something
is
that
her,
we have no power over.
Jessica.
Yeah,
Oh, hold on.
uh,
Let me
there it
show.
is. For Balls
Let
Deep,
me
man,
see.
he's always been coming in, supporting our channels, and and commenting.
Yeah. So this is for you, balls deep. So, but I just okay. Can you see this?
Yeah, I can see it.
Okay. Yeah. Yeah. Okay. Yeah. Yeah. I've seen her before.
Mm.
Yeah.
I think she turned pro a couple of years ago. Um, she might make a pro debut this year. I'm waiting for the list for Portugal. Maybe that's be the show she might do it because I think we'll see a lot of the Brazilian competitors because Portugal and Portuguese is it's just language not too far difference.
Yeah. So that's Jessica Serrera Rolando. And there's one person that I was talking to, and she's from Cuba. Her name is Yari Blanco. Yeah, she's I met I talked to I was reaching out to her on Facebook, and she's in Cuba. Um,
Mm.
yeah, I wanted to interview her, but where she's at, she don't really have access to YouTube like that. So,
Yeah, that's
but
the problem.
she
I
has a
think.
nice physique.
Yeah. I think that's the problem with especially other countries that Cuba, was one of those countries where they didn't have a lot of stuff. Like they still, some countries still behind when it comes down to technology, like internet and Wi-Fi,
Yeah,
and just that, you know, it's a lot of stuff.
yeah,
Most is just how the country doesn't believe in certain things. They feel like certain things coming to the countries like can be an issue.
yeah. They really a communist country. So really, that's what it's about. It's like China. Like certain things is censored, so they're not gonna put too much stuff out there like that. But we could look at her IG page. So check it out. Yeah, she has a nice physique, and she seemed like she's figure. Tres veces campeona de categoría figura. Madre de un niño. She had one kid. Yeah, so yeah, she
You
has a
know,
nice
you know,
physique.
you know how to speak that Mexicano, don't you?
Yeah, I mean, I learned Spanish a little bit. I don't speak it fluently, but I try to learn. And then when I was working at McDonald's, forget about it. Like, there's a lot of them that they come from Mexico, Panama, um,
El Salvador.
Peru. I don't know Salvador. I bumped into Salvador. Nicaragua. Yeah, so I
Guatemala.
mean, I don't know about Guatemala, but I mean, it's a lot. They all
Uh,
from South America and stuff like that. But a lot of them, like especially like in New York, since I've been working in McDonald's, a lot of them, a lot of the South Americans or the Latin community, they work in McDonald's a lot of times. So you know, and it seemed like you got to learn what the fuck they talking about because some of them they don't speak English. They kind of they think it's hard. It's difficult for them to speak English. So I just tried to do what I can do, man. Like I mean, I learned a lot. It was cool, but after a while, it was stressful working at McDonald's, man. Hated that shit, but that part of just like learning the language, it was cool.
yeah,
But
I
yeah, this
I
is her though.
studied. Yeah, I studied Spanish when I was in high school. I barely passed it. And we had one girl. She was a foreign
Yeah,
exchange. She was a foreign exchange student from Spain. The difference between Spain, Latinos from Spain and Latinos here, because the
yeah, I
Latinos,
know.
yeah, yeah, because they're more European, and pretty much
Right,
a lot of the language came from them. But certain
right.
places like you go to like Argentina is kind of like almost like Spain, they say, you know, but other places
Yeah,
are not too much like it.
yeah. Rolando says, "Yeah, I'm going to be studying more C Espanol, man. KLA. I plan to be in a relationship with a Latina. That's me, though. Oh man, all right. I see you, KLA C Espanol. Yeah, yeah,
Best of luck to you on that.
yeah. Rolando, I swear, you a trip, man. I
Yeah,
feel
he.
like inviting him. I don't know you at work, but I'm gonna leave the the link. Drop the link. If you can come, you could come. If not, you could still watch. But if you want to
Yeah,
come, I invite you because you always showing love to me, and so that's my
I
gift to
remember.
you, brother.
I remember Ty say he went to Brazil, so he makes a female bodybuilder say he don't go to Brazil. If you want to meet female bodybuilders, that's Brazilian, you have to go to a show that's in Brazil. Because that's the only way you're not gonna see them on the beach. They're not out there like that. You
Yeah.
have to go. You have to pick a show. Let's like I think the biggest show that you have is like
Yo,
there's
you
a
at
couple.
work?
Yeah. I'm at work. I saw y'all guys on. I was like, well,
You gonna get
I
in
said because
trouble? Like,
because my boss came through earlier, and I was like, well, let me see if I can get on. So now I'm on.
oh,
Well, don't stay out too long. You don't want to get fired.
yeah,
In the United States, you don't
No. I
lose
ain't trying
your
to do
job.
that. Yeah, because they've been checking on us and stuff lately.
yeah. How you been?
Man, I've been holding up, a lot going on, man. Been helping out my mom a lot more with my little niece and stuff, and then like when I'm off, and then just working, man, trying to figure out new angles to save money and stuff. California is a trip, man.
Yeah, yeah. So
But I know that New York is too. So
yeah,
Not too bad.
yeah. So who do you like as a female bodybuilder? Like, because I know you really into the Latinas.
Yeah, you got me on this one. I was like, I was like, he about to do one of my favorite ethnic group of women, and I was like, damn, all right. I had to, join up.
Yeah.
But no, but Barbara Majune, man, I really like her. Oh, you just showed her Chris Goy. Yeah, that she's. Oh yeah, she's fine too.
She's more Spaniard than she's Latina.
Yeah, she's more Spain. Right.
Yeah. I wanted to put Nadia Capatosto on this list, but I know she's Italian and stuff.
Yeah, that's
yeah. There's another one. She's from Spain, and I don't know if you and KLA. I'm sorry, KLA and George Page. I don't know if you guys are going to interview her or not. She's. Oh my God.
Well, George mostly be interviewing the Latinas. No, I said George mostly be interviewing the Latinas.
Oh yeah, George. What's her name?
Handful here and there.
I think her husband's like I think her husband's like a cop in Spain, and she competes every now and then. But oh my God, what is her name?
If she's in Spain, I wouldn't. Unless she speaks English, I would be able to do the interview with because
Yeah, she was talking to this I don't know if it was what's his name? The one with the braids, the big braids. He's a former. Well, he's a male bodybuilder, but I think he I don't know if he retired. They was always talking about him all the time. K something. What is his name? And he was talking to her like
for a second.
Yeah,
it'll come to you.
Yeah,
because he was talking to her and she was speaking pretty good English, and I was just like, "Whoa, okay, so she does."
Don't spring too much out. It'll pop.
Mommy.
When you try to think something too hard of it, it's gonna take you longer. So don't think about it, and then when you're not thinking about it, it'll pop in your head.
Yeah, because but when I saw the video,
there was. Guys, I'm trying to say something. There is somebody that caught my interest, and she's like a wrestler, and she's a bodybuilder. I ain't want to definitely ain't want to forget her, but y'all see this? Yes, no,
no. We haven't seen it yet. Oh yeah, that's her name.
Okay.
I think it's Olympia.
Oh.
Yeah, Olympia, right? Yeah.
Oh, she's like a Rey Mysterio type, or female version.
Yeah.
She's a luchador.
Yeah.
Because they do. She
Luchadora.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. She wrestles.
Luchadora.
She wrestles with a mask and also competes as a bodybuilder in the mask. I had a video on my
Yeah, I see. Yeah, you did a video. I liked it. That was cool.
Yeah, she started following me.
Oh wow. Is she in the WWE yet or no?
No. She mostly wrestles out of Mexico.
I see. Right.
Yeah. So it takes a long time unless you have a hook. It takes a long time to get into WWE.
She might.
entrance for the door. Now, more imagination. That's it.
Oh wow. Oh, 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 was that a fan that did that? Or? Hmm.
Yeah, it
Wow.
seemed
Yeah.
like it.
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah, she got
Purpose
a
Eagles.
nice physique.
Wow. Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, she
Yeah,
wrestled and
I didn't want to forget that.
Yeah. I don't know too much about her. Yeah. Wow.
yeah,
Yeah.
she
Yeah. Yeah.
wrestles.
Clyde.
She competes as a amateur bodybuilder and also wrestles,
Say
and
what
she
you're
wears a
saying.
mask.
Mm.
You were saying something, George?
I said she competes as an amateur bodybuilder and also she wrestles both in her mask.
Oh wow. Look at those. Oh
Yeah.
God. Wow.
Yeah, I got.
Yeah. You know what, George? I
Yeah,
can see
she's
her come on your show.
mysterious.
Yeah, I need a
She wearing
translator.
the
She was
mask.
in an interview.
Hmm.
She,
Oh, with what's his name? What's that guy's name again? D D D
I thought
D and D on the
you ain't
spot.
want to do
No, no, she
Oh,
no
never.
translators and stuff.
No, Didi would never do any. No, he. Yeah, I mean, we talked about the side that sometimes it's harder to do interviews with somebody. You have to get a translator or speak the language because you lose a lot of because you have to translate and you lose a lot in the
mhm.
conversation when you have to
Right.
do have translate. I know David. He did an interview with Zama Binta, and it was a pretty good interview. And her husband was sitting there doing translated. You know,
Oh
just
wow.
you just saw Alcione. She did an interview with her coach Robert Phil, who I interviewed, and because he's Brazilian, she's Brazilian, he was there, translating because you have to the person with the interview will talk to you, and then you have
Right.
to translate it to that person, and then you have to translate back what they said.
I
And
see. Right.
yeah,
Right.
so and
Yeah.
then
It can get
yeah,
a little
Yeah,
bit
this is
difficult with
so
that.
nice.
Yeah. Yeah.
and then and when you do
Oh
if
wow,
your
I
person
like this.
understands the language and you're talking back and forth, then you have to stop and tell what they're saying so you can everybody else who does speak the language can understand it. So if I'm like
Right.
if I interview Nadia Capasoto and I speak Italian and she talked to me in Italian, I think she does speak some English, but not that much. If she
Mhm.
talked to me Italian and I'm talking back her Italian, I have to say what I'm saying and then translate it back. And that's sometimes that's a lot more work than it is.
Yeah. Yeah.
So
Nah. Nah. Yeah. Because then you got to go back and say, well, she said this, and it. Right. Right. Hmm.
yeah, so it's best just to avoid any kind of interview. Even though I reached out to some ladies said by him saying English, said they're still working in English, so they just I said that's cool, understandable. But if the ones who can speak really good English, good enough where we have good back and forth, good conversation, you
Sam
know,
Geminis is her name. I don't know. What's her IG?
yeah,
Sam Geminis.
Jimenez.
This person. Sam.
Oh, you know who would definitely be cool? My other favorite one, but she doesn't compete, but she's kind of popular well on Instagram and everywhere. Facebook, anything. Um, would be what's her name? Rafaela Araju, Fafa Fit. I think she would be good for you guys' platform.
Well, the thing is
I
again,
mean,
if she,
Rolando,
if
you
she,
don't understand.
if
Sometimes it's not easy. Just naming it, bro. They
yeah,
Right? No, 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 no,
gotta
yeah,
want to
no.
come. It's
and
not like
then
they could come up in there.
so
Right? No,
again,
I get it.
if she
No,
if
I
she
get it.
doesn't speak English, there's no point even doing the interview. We can't understand her, and we need a translator. That'd be just something, it'd be futile. We just
Mm.
have to, the interview be a lot longer because you got to think
Oh
about it.
wow.
Like I just finished an interview with Heather. It was at least an hour. Now you got to talk. We got to interview somebody who don't speak the language. We have to listen to their translator.
All
Then
right,
that translate it back to us
Sam,
and back to
mommy.
them. It's not worth it.
Yeah.
It's not really. It's futile. It's nice. It's a nice thought about it, but it's just you have to work within reality.
Nah, no. You're totally right. I'm just
Yeah, yeah.
because
Sometimes you gotta put your one thing you gotta do when you see something you have to analyze.
Okay.
Okay, will it work for this person or will it just for me?
mm, mm, yeah, no. Yeah, I remember. I think that's why Clyde probably didn't want to mess with me no more. He said, "Man, you can't get me, Lisa Cross." I said, "I was trying though."
I would say forget about Lisa Cross.
What
You
are you
just
talking
done.
about?
Oh no, I was forming that in my mind. Sorry, man. No, just
You some of these ones that are higher than our anarchy.
mm,
It's you might as well. I mean, I would love to have Andrea. That is my dream. I would love to have her on there, but I know I'm
Can you
not
see
high
this?
enough. What?
yeah.
Yeah.
Oh,
Yeah.
Who's that?
oh, who's this?
Yeah. Okay. Her
Oh,
name. This is Sam Mommy.
oh, she looks familiar.
This is Sam Mommy. Sam Gemini. Is this what? Yeah.
Oh, she looks like Isabel Ruiz Banya a
Yeah.
little
This
bit.
is for the person that
Oh wow.
I was interviewing, and her English wasn't. It was so. I forgot her name. She was a porn star too. She was a bodybuilder and a porn star. I see her a lot. I
Oh,
forgot her
okay.
name, yo.
I think she. She looks familiar
George, I
though.
think you know who I'm talking about, but
See,
she
Yeah, she has that
baby.
familiarity to her.
Hold on, let me see.
that's.
Hold on, let me see.
Oh, you mean
Uh,
Kira? What's it,
no,
Karen? What's her name?
Kira.
Karina?
I forgot
Karina?
her name. But yeah, yeah,
I think
yeah.
that's.
This
I think she.
another person I want to miss. This her name is Laura Lee. If y'all see this,
Laura Lee.
I like.
Ooh,
Yeah,
wow.
she's yes, yeah,
Wow. Oh my gosh. Wow.
she's
Okay.
incredible.
Yeah, yeah.
Yeah, yeah. I've been following her a bit. This is yeah,
Maybe she'd be like, "Hi,
yeah,
Clay. How are you?" No. No.
yeah. And then I forgot her name, Reyes or some shit.
Reyes. Man, his name's familiar, but
Ray,
Are you talking about Jessica Reyes Padilla?
Jessica Reyes, but
oh,
no, the other lady that you was that I was mentioning before. Um,
oh, I think you.
she just came to my head. She's Puerto Rican, right?
Yeah, Jessica Reyes. Yeah, she's Puerto Rican.
Oh yeah, I can see that. Oh yeah, flag. Yeah.
Yeah, she possibly
Okay.
could be the next Miss Olympia figure champion. Since Sid Gillen's retired.
Oh.
But it's a possibility it might be somebody else.
Oh yeah, she looks nice. Her physique kind of reminds me a little bit of George what's her name? Uh like she's incredible. But you said that she's retired. I think she appeared on your show one time. Jones. God, what's her name? I know her name because you were talking about.
Don't think about it. Just
Yeah,
let it
you
go.
talking about
Oh my god.
so
Yeah.
Yeah,
Anyway.
don't think about it too hard because if you
George,
don't
what's that
realize it,
lady's name? What's the lady's name that I talked to a little bit? The one that you said she do hardcore porn?
Wow. Okay.
George?
that's a lot. That's
Karen.
let me say
Something?
it was the one from Argentina that lives in Spain.
Yeah, yeah.
I forgot how it's Is it
Yeah, I should
Karina?
have wrote her
Karen?
name down, but
Oh,
yeah,
I think I.
Karen probably. Hold on,
Karen, I think.
Karen. Hold on.
Oh, I definitely know who you're getting at. Okay.
If it can't come to me, forget it. Uh, forget it. But there's somebody. She's not a bodybuilder, but I'm gonna show her some love.
Okay.
Lady O. Yeah, I'm gonna show Lady O some love a little bit.
Just show love the radio.
Uh oh.
Yeah, cause she's trying to get some.
Oh, I remember her. Yeah.
Yeah, she's cool. She's
She
still,
trying to gain some muscle.
yeah, yeah. Sometimes she'll send me some
She's trying
some workout,
to get. She's trying to
pictures
get
like
there.
that. Yeah, it's a process.
She's trying to get there. So
I know a while back she told me that
yeah.
Fred shut down her account. I said, why? I
Hmm.
said, 'cause and he showed me the picture. I said, what shut this for? I'm seeing people nearly butt naked on Threads, and you are doing just flexing and standing in a tank
Yeah.
top and shorts.
That's weird. Wow. Yeah.
And when she was younger, she was cute. Really,
Yeah, I was wondering why she.
not that she not cute, but
Oh yeah, she's got a cuteness to her, but.
Yeah,
say what you saying.
Mhm.
Oh, you talking about me, Clyde?
Now I'm about to drop one here. This is Erica Morales. Erica just got her Olympic qualification at the Triple O Dynasty. A couple months ago. She's the one. She's from Guatemala. She's the one I just mentioned. She's from Guatemala.
Oh, Guatemala. Oh yeah.
And, yeah, and she competes in figure. I just sent the link to Ed and see if we can share it. She has a great look to her.
Yeah, they got a few coming from there, I guess.
I think something wrong with his. I think he shut down. There he is.
Okay, Erica.
Yeah.
Hello.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
Yeah,
Oh,
we're
yeah.
here.
Yeah.
Oh yeah. Oh, that's Erica Morales. Oh yeah. She looks really nice. Wow. Yeah, I just saw it.
Yeah.
Yeah, she has the familiarity to me a little bit. She kind of reminds me of this other one I like from Spain, Alicia. What's her name? Damn.
Well, you why don't you hold that thought? And there's somebody that I want to kind of showcase.
Oh, Romero.
Cuban. What's her name? Cuban. I
That's
forgot. Cuban.
that's
Blanca
Blanca
Rodriguez.
Rodriguez. Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, Blanca Rodriguez. Okay.
Yeah, both me and David interviewed her. She just moved to Las Vegas this year and no last year, and now she's working with Susan Graham, and they're getting ready for her upcoming competitions. Beautiful physique. She's Cuban. Yeah, you already said Cuban. She did have a stint in figure for a minute because she was saying she was trying to find where she fits better. But I think this year she really put on some size. I think she could say women's physique.
Oh yeah.
This was from the Texas Pro last year. I think she was in the top 10 of that show.
Oh wow, that back. Wow. Okay.
Nice glutes, some tie-ins, good width in the back. She's an attractive lady. She was married before. She went her married name was something else, but then I think she went back to her maiden name after she got divorced.
Oh wow. Okay. Yeah, that happens sometimes. Yeah.
Yeah, she's do powerlifting
Well,
and
she married
CrossFit.
somebody that wasn't a bodybuilder.
I don't know much about her husband. She never talked about him. I think I saw some pictures of him. I think he might have worked out and trained, but I don't know if he was a full-on bodybuilder or not.
No.
Hmm. Yeah, the one I was just mentioning is Alicia Romero. She looks good too. Yeah, but yeah, she's Spain from Latin.
Yeah, there's
She's more.
somebody else I want to mention. She's not a bodybuilder, but I want to pop her thing there. Yasmin Moreno.
Hmm,
I want to.
name sounds.
Yeah, I be following her at times. Yeah. Can y'all see this?
Not yet. No.
Guess not.
Good,
Okay.
good. Yeah, I seen it. Get it.
Oh,
Okay. Well, this is her. She has a thick ass body.
oh
Yeah.
yeah. Okay.
She was overweight.
Hmm.
Huge.
Oh, okay.
Now
That's
she's just
amazing to me
thick.
how they.
Like,
Oh, that must be her little son. Oh wow, yeah, she really. That's really a tremendous change. Wow.
what you can do with this, Rolando?
Uh-huh.
You think
I probably I probably walk up to her and give her a big hug. Hey,
you
how
can
are
handle
you?
that? I don't know. Oh,
She seems very nice. Like like you can tell like her
I said, you
personality.
think you can handle
Oh man,
this?
maybe. Hey.
Do your best. All you can do.
I mean, I'm not intimidated. And see, that's what I don't get about some of them when they say, "Oh, some men are intimidated." Man, when you really like something, you ain't gonna be intimidated, man. I don't know. That's just me. I don't know why they say that all
Yo,
the
can y'all
time.
hear me?
Yeah,
Oh
I
yeah,
see.
I
Oh shit.
yeah, I can hear you, Clyde.
Yeah.
Yeah.
She just kill quads. She might. I don't know.
Yeah,
Yeah, that's what I was.
She might
Uh-oh.
be.
y'all can hear me?
Yeah, we can hear you.
Yeah, you kind of coming like a little bit like in and out though, just a little bit. Hmm.
Hello.
Yeah, hey,
I
I
say
can hear you, George, but I can't.
I
Clyde, I
think
don't.
he has a lot of technical difficulties.
Oh man. Okay.
Sometimes it's either the computer or it's his Wi-Fi connection.
Yeah. Nah, I'm in the same situation here because my stuff could cut out too. At where they placed me at today. So
Yeah, I know. I think was it 1 week the lights went out here for about I was cooking, and next thing you know we had a thunderstorm coming through. Lights went out.
oh
Had to get a sandwich because I
oh
put my food up and cook it the next day. But the lights did come
hmm.
back on later that evening.
It came back on later on that the evening.
Yeah, I had a
Mm-mm-mm.
storm come through. That's the worst part about it. If you ever, folks, you ever have a storm come through, you feel like you got to cook something, cook it ahead of time, so when it's ready and done. But sometimes even if you do try to cook ahead of time, it's still never is unpredictable. But
It is.
since a man kind of disappeared for a bit, he'll be back. He just
Oh
has some
yeah.
issues. One lady, we had to point out she is technically Latina. She may not look it, but she is Latina, and that is Dr. Natalie Coelho Abraham. She's from Brazil. Actually, she was
Okay.
born in New York, but her family moved back to Brazil later on when she was younger.
Mm.
And Natalie, not my cup of tea. Like I said, I'm not a be all fan of hers. But
Mm.
I understand what she's doing and why she's doing it because she wants to get notarization. She wants to get recognition for her work. Natalie's been one-time Miss Olympia physique champion. She lost the title back to Sarah back in 2023. And one thing I'm not a fan of is that she's always doing multiple shows. When you're already Olympia qualified, you do
Okay.
back-to-back shows, and and I know you want to be seen, but also it's strategic because she's cutting down the numbers when it comes down to the Olympia title.
Hmm. Oh wow. You talking about that's
Yeah, I can't showcase. Hello?
Yes.
Oh hey, Kayla. Hey, I'm in Clyde.
Yeah, I can't showcase too much.
Well, like I say, we can just talk. If you wanna, talk about somebody who you are a fan of. Like, if you had a top 5 of the best Latina women
I
in
don't do the
bodybuilding,
top 5.
Well,
You maybe ask Rolando or something.
just humor us with a little bit, okay? You got to do something.
Dude,
I
I
don't
wish.
do the top 5. I don't do top 5.
Oh, you don't do top 5. Okay.
I be doing it because you be you want to do top 5, Rolando? You could do top 5.
Top 5, man.
What's
Right
your
off the
top
bat.
5?
Oh my God, man! I say at the top of that list, is Barbara Majune. Oh, definitely her. Second under her, she doesn't compete. I know this. Fafa. Let's see. Under her, oh my God. I think what's her name? Natalia Mendoza something. Oh, I'm sorry, Christina Mendoza. Yeah, I like her. Under her, there's another one. There was another Martina Lopez, but I know she doesn't compete anymore. I think she was on Asiana Iron. There's another one though.
Hey, James, how you doing? Everyone, and how was everyone's weekend?
Yeah, I came right off the bat. Like I said, if I had another device here and I could see it, you know what I mean? I'd be like running them off, but I can't off the bat right now.
All right. I could pick. I'll pick top. I'll pick the top 5.
Okay.
Christina Mendoza.
Okay.
Lavinia Barros.
Oh.
I would say Ana Fejo. And another person that I wanted to showcase, Denara Reno.
Ooh.
Yeah.
Okay.
There was another There was another one that hold up, man. Damn, this thing kind of that I wanna see something. Yeah. The Amazon chick. Yeah, he's fucking amazing.
Oh, the Amazon chick.
Yeah,
okay.
Hold on for a second. She calls herself Amazona.
Oh, Amazona. I think I know who you're talking about. Oh yeah.
Let me see if I can showcase this. Hopefully. Yeah. Hold up. Well, so yeah, I can't leave off this live without showcasing her.
Okay.
Let me see.
Yeah, I think she just turned pro, I believe, last year, and I think she's planning on making her pro debut at Portugal this coming
weekend. She is. Okay.
Yeah.
Is that? Oh yeah. Okay. I think her name is Isabella.
Yeah.
Banya Ruiz, something like that.
Yeah, that's it.
Oh yeah. Oh man.
Amazona Bena.
Bana. Oh my gosh. Yeah, she's
I
incredible.
don't
Oh yeah.
know if I'm
Oh yeah.
pronouncing that right.
Yeah. When I
She's
saw
from
her, I was
Brazil.
like, wow.
Yeah,
I said, dang.
because she turned pro at I believe it was the South American Arnold Schwarzenegger Classic, and I think it was in Brazil. That's why I tell you, Orlando, if you want to see female bodybuilders, especially in Brazil, you have to go to when they have competitions because they're not going to be on the beach. They're not out there like that.
Right. Yeah, I was wrong about that.
So that's why you,
So
you
the Rolando, you didn't see nobody. You didn't see nobody
Yeah,
like
there was a couple of fit ones that looked okay,
outside.
but they weren't. Not in Copacabana. It's more those other beaches that are called in Lima, Leblon, and those other beaches. You'll find them there, and then that other area called Batajuca area. I didn't go that far because I only was there for barely a week and a half, and I wanted to stay one more week, but I couldn't afford to stay. Yeah, I couldn't afford to stay one more week because I had to come back here to work and stuff. So, but I'm gonna go out there again though. I'm gonna go out there again.
Yeah. Well, at least you went outside the country. That was your first time being outside the country.
No, it was my second time going to Brazil.
Yeah. How was it
Yeah,
the first time?
the first time, man. Oh,
No,
it was
I'm
during the
actually.
pandemic. Oh yeah, it was during the pandemic when I went. And I had to. They had it very restricted back then. You had to wear a mask the whole time. You couldn't go on the certain places. Um, yeah, but this was the best trip. This was the best trip by far.
Despite all that bullshit that you was going through.
Oh yeah. With the guys I went with, I just
Yeah,
figured that I got to go by myself next time. You know.
yeah, yeah. Why you wanted to go with them? Like it was some brotherly love or what connection or
Yeah,
something?
well, at first it was like that, and then they wanted to do their own thing. They kind of left me a little bit like in the dust, and they thought I was too slow. And oh man, we got to go party here, party there, and I really wasn't into that. You know.
And you met them online?
Yeah, I met them online. It was just, because I was like, well, I'm into traveling. Even
Mm-hmm.
though I'm trying to build my money up to do it more. But
Yeah.
uh, they were just, because I know that you and George Page probably, because I said, no, they probably not. You know, I
nah,
probably would have
don't.
yelled more with y'all if that was the case. But these guys, they were all about just wilding out, man. Like going to hitting up certain clubs and certain areas that were considered to be dangerous. I was like, nah, I can't. Nah, I can't get down like that.
Yeah, you
That's
gotta be careful who you mess with.
yeah. That's the thing.
Yeah, yeah,
If you do go out of country, sometimes it's best to have a group with you. But if you know all the safe places and also again, if it's not your thing to do clubs like that, you say, I'm just here just to relax and chill. I'm not interested in the clubbing. Just gotta find people who share that same interest.
yeah.
Because most people they wanna run hit the beaches and check out the girls and but everybody has different you know plans where to go out of country. Like last time I traveled was by myself, and
Okay.
that was 2022. I went to the Savannah Pro and
Oh,
my first bodybuilding show. And other times where I travel was mostly with my family, my sisters and my nephews and my brother. Sometimes with family, you feel like you're safe because you're with a bunch of people that you know. It's hard when you're with some strangers you don't know because they have different plans and their plans are different from yours. And sometimes if if it doesn't coincide with what you want to do, then sometimes it can be you know too much about. Sometimes it's best just to go on your own. But if you're a particular person who likes to be in a group where you feel like you're more safe, with safety in numbers, then yeah, that's good.
And you met these dudes online, like what,
Yeah,
Facebook or
well, they were
something?
like in like a travel space type of group, and the brother, the brother I was talking to, he was fighting a lot of guys to, hey, I'm going on this trip. If anybody wants to go, and it was like latter part of last year, I started talking with them, and then well into this year, and then that's when we said, okay, well, let's all meet up, see how we are, and you know, and then when I got there, it was the polar opposite. It was like, man, like they were trying to get into a lot of stuff that I wasn't trying to get into, and I was like, no, this is not it for me.
So how you met them? What, through a travel website? That's crazy.
Well, it was like another live stream. Like they were like they're not considered, like they're kind of like this space called it's not really called Passport Bros, but it was like all about black men traveling, and all this kind of stuff. It was like a little like online street, like kind of like we're doing right now,
Yeah.
And I started talking with them, chopping it up, because they're more experienced traveling to the Dominican Republic. And this was their first time. So they said, well, since you know a little bit about Rio de Janeiro, Brazil, why don't you come along? I said, okay. And then that's how. And then after that, when we got back, there was some kind of tension. They were trying to put me on blast, saying I really wasn't with the program. I was acting like a square. I don't know. It was weird.
Yeah, you gotta be careful, bro.
Yeah.
That's crazy.
Yeah, it sounded like it wasn't, if you don't know a person that well and they want you to go out country with you, unless it's family, I wouldn't do it. And
Okay.
if you do go by yourself, make sure you're aware, especially in Brazil. You gotta be careful because they will rob people. You know,
Yeah, that almost happened to me.
Yeah, you were saying that. You were saying that.
Yeah.
yeah, you gotta be really careful. Because I know it's one lady I knew. She was a bodybuilder. She was a bodybuilder. She used to compete in fitness, but she started doing MMA. And she was in Brazil. She was helping a fighter train, and she was really cool. At first, everything was pretty cool, but there was some issues with some people. And she said, you know what, she just had to go. One point where she was, she was like, she was talking to me. She said, George, I'm just a little short on cash. I'm a little hungry. I said, you know what? I see you $20. And we were really cool back then. I said $20, and $20 go a long way in Brazil. And she said, thank you, George. And not a problem. It's just $20. It's not like breaking the bank.
What's the moral of the story? Forgive
Just,
me.
just like I said again, you got to be careful when you go some places and how people act.
Okay. I think Rolando's stuff is frozen.
Yeah.
You come back. Yeah, I don't know. Yo, Rolando, your stuff is frozen, so we going. I don't know to remove them. Oh, okay, all right.
Yeah,
I
I'm
was
back.
going about to remove you.
No. That was my breaker. She was sending me, on my break. So sorry about that.
Okay. All right. Yeah, there was another person I wanted to showcase, but I don't know, man. Every time I'm gonna just do a short period of time, but her name is Carla Carlis Torres. Yeah, she's from Mexico, and yeah. Let me showcase it a little bit. Carla. Just give me a second, guys.
Nah, but you guys are right. I like learn my lesson on that. Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, that was kind of risky. You ain't know them, That's
Nah, not that well. Because Clyde, I know I was trying to build. I'm still trying to build some, a camaraderie with you and George Page, but I kind of felt at some point y'all probably didn't want to be bothered with me, so I was meeting some other people. I ain't gonna
Where's
lie.
that coming from? Where's that coming from? Tell me where's that coming from. I don't understand. Every time you, I mean, there's moments that you kind of you can be a little kind of a little crazy at
Strange.
times, but yeah,
Oh
strange. That
man,
like
I'm a little crazy. Oh man.
strange.
Yeah,
Oh my
you
god,
You
sometimes
come
you
man.
have
on,
to
you know
really
you come
pull it
on, bro.
back a little
You
bit. You
know
have to really pull it back a little bit. Just you can't get a little bit
you're not
too
that bad.
not that bad, but you still have to pull it
A
back a
little
little
bit
bit.
nutty sometimes. A little bit nutty.
Yeah, yeah, you have to
I didn't want to
really
say all that, but
take. Sometimes you
Nah,
you
I
ain't as
accept your
bad as
criticism.
other people. But
yeah.
so that's it. Because sometimes you would like call me and be like if I'm like talking with somebody or something like that, I'm like, yo, what's wrong with him, man? And it's
Mhm.
like,
Nah, my bad, man.
Hello.
Coming in and out again. Oh,
I
dang.
don't think you're a bad dude, Rolando. I mean,
It's
Nah, I was,
yeah. It's just sometimes you just have to really choose. Like sometimes my mom used to tell me. Sometimes you said, George. Sometimes you have to choose your words wisely and how you behave, how you act around people. Because sometimes it might be too real for some people, and they don't know how to handle it. You know,
mm,
some people have certain behaviors and discretions, and certain etiquette when you're dealing with them. And there's times where I know you're sad about these ladies, but at the same time, we're not gonna get the ones that you want to get. We'd be lucky to get the ones that we want to get.
right. Oh no, I
Um,
was just, it's more like a kind of like a LOL type thing. Like, oh, I can imagine you guys interviewing them and, just playing,
yeah,
but it's not real. No, no, no. It ain't. Like, I'm tripping. No, no, no.
you're all right. Just like I said, you just gotta
Yeah.
be very. Sometimes you gotta really just chill a little bit. Just you got to chill sometimes. I tell you, the truth, honestly, yeah, I get excited when I get to talk to these ladies and on live stream. But then I have to realize, hey, you just have to chill. You don't want to look over eager, but just still enjoy the conversation.
Yeah. No.
did you always have friends like out of curiosity, like a lot of friends, Rolando?
Well, dating back because my parents kind of like raised me like in the church and stuff back then and stuff, and I was like only to be around people, for peers like young people like in the church and stuff. And outside of that, kind of have to admit when you're put in a position to where you have what is it, learning problems like learning disabilities.
Yeah.
I was put into that margin, so uh, yeah. And then my friends were only like these guys who were like nerds and geeks, like stuff like me in the comic books and stuff like that. So I was put into that realm. I really wasn't like the player, the guy that gets the girl. I wish I was, but maybe that not been a good thing. I don't know, but
Yeah.
yeah. And then you got three sisters, then he got, my dad got remarried 20 years ago with that current wife he's with. He has another daughter, half sisters. Like, it's a weird dynamic because you don't have like a lot of brothers. I don't have a lot of brothers that kind of showed me, hey, let me take you up under my wing. Let me, help you out.
Yeah.
Rolando, you sound like me. I have three older sisters, but I grew up with a lot more. I have my older brother and my younger brother, plus my two nephews. We grew up like brothers. My father, he was still married to my mother, but he did go off and have another. I have a half sister. We never met. I don't know her. I don't think I ever will get to know her, but she lives in New Jersey with her family.
Oh wow,
And
oh wow.
but then I have people like my my grandfather, my uncles. I had men in my life, people
Yeah.
that were I grew up around with. I learned some stuff, and then the rest of it I could learn on my own. See, the
Yeah.
thing is like this, you know, life would teach you certain things. Sometimes it's good when you have people come in to teach you that, but the rest you have to learn on your own. And
Yeah.
and like I said, I don't have like friends. I got people I know, people who I grew up with. You know, we like I've seen somebody like this one kid I hadn't seen in a long time. He came by to visit my nephew because they're cool. You know, there's some people I might run into every now and then. And I live in a small town. I know most of the people because I worked in the same place close to home.
Mm-hmm.
But Rolando, I think we all got in common with both nutty. All three of us is nutty.
Yes, I'm a particular type of criminal,
So
but
you're not the only one.
right now,
You're
Yeah.
not the
I
only nutty. You're not the only nutty person. So we all
no.
we all got
Oh
we all
yeah.
got things in common.
How dare you, sir? I am Jon Snow, master of the
Yeah. See, if
wall,
somebody
the
imitating
master
the
of Winterfell.
Joker and doing all this stuff, you know that they nutty. You
Yes, I
damn
know.
well.
Yes, I know I'm
Well,
crazy.
what I do.
You damn well know
Cause
they
now I'm
nutty.
really cautious. Now I'm really cautious now,
I
man.
remember I was watching a TV show. This TV show I used to love to watch. It was called Pretender, The Pretender. And there was a
Oh,
part
remember that.
where the guy, he was another pretender, but he was like a bad pretender. He said, like, there's a difference. You know what's the difference between a psychopath and a psychotic?
Mm.
The psychotic don't think he's crazy. The psychopath knows he's
So you're a
crazy.
psychopath? What? You're a
Mm.
psychopath, George?
Yes, I think I'm more like a the rise of a psychopath. I know I'm crazy.
I hear you, brother.
Yeah.
I hear you.
Nah, I
But
just
you're not the only one, Rolando.
If I was a
well,
psychopath, I'd be running around saying, "Get your hand in my pocket," or something like saying like, "I like peach cobblers, but I don't like peaches."
I like that. I forget what you got.
Even James Henry said he's a little nut. James
Oh,
Henry
James. Yeah.
over this fucking
See, the
computer
thing
acting
is,
Oh,
stupid.
oh,
if
shout
you
out
Yeah,
to
same
him.
here and guilty as charged.
if you
I
don't
noticed a lot of FBB fans are really nutty. Like they just like I don't know, like
Well, you know what? And the other thing is
they
too. I
just
never really.
I don't want to say nutty, but no, I was just saying I think that they just different.
that's it.
They
It's different. We
different.
have a different
I'm gonna
mindset.
use them put say it like that.
Like most people, they don't think they have any issues. Or sometimes, or they do, they try to hide them. We know we're
Mm,
not perfect.
mm,
We know we're liking something that's not the norm. Most men wouldn't like to see women with big muscular bodies in little small bikinis and get off on it. They like to see women like the lady I just interviewed, this evening. Like something like cute and slim like that, but we're just a different breed. It's just, you get to be. That's one thing that makes us special, our differences. And also, yes, if we are a little nutty, we're a little nutty. As long as we're not, doing something dangerous or hurting anybody. If it's
yeah.
just
Right.
that, I think again, people need to be more open-minded, understand now. Everybody has interests in their fetishes. Like right now, we're
So,
talking
so
about.
as beautiful as that sounds, like it's not people are always gonna judge you. You just have to deal with it. That's all.
Yeah, the
Yeah.
thing is
Well,
like,
especially in
yeah,
the comments. What I was saying when Amy died, they were like, "Oh wow, she was just as buff as him or looking like a man." I'm like, "What are you talking about? She's an attractive woman. She was an attractive woman. Just had a little muscle. I mean, I
that's
don't know.
they just it's just something that just shake their everyday normal. Like us, we would say, wow. Like I was really, I'm following for a long time. I was really disappointed. I would post and stuff and say hey and telling people, and it's just people are just going to have their issues or prejudice or just don't like something, and there's nothing we can do about it. But for
Yeah,
us, we shouldn't have to care what everybody says. That's what they want to say. That's what they want to say.
Yeah, I
yeah,
got my love and hate with female bodybuilders at times, but
yeah, yeah."
It's
Like
like
Cloud that.
you like the Prince song. I hate you, but I love
really,
you.
really, it's not them. It's me. I think it's like you kind of like I'm trying not to look at them in a pedestal way, like like you so
Right.
fascinated by them.
Right.
But I mean, but it's there. You know what I'm saying? And you
It,
just don't want to get like too like caught up
Oh, you're too
into
obsessed.
like looking
Mhm.
at them like they're more than just a woman. That's
but
that's a lot of guys'
but
problems.
in a way, in some ways, they are.
No, they
They,
not. They just women,
yes,
bro.
they
They
are.
they no, they
Yes,
not. That's that
in
they
some ways,
not.
they are. Because you can't
No,
think
they
about it.
not.
Most
No, they not.
listen a second. Most women won't do what they're doing.
It
Get
doesn't
up.
matter. That even
That
if they
it
weren't
is,
bodybuilders,
but
even
they
if they
are.
weren't bodybuilders, they still there's women that act like they the shit, and a lot of dudes like pedestalize them. A lot of dudes don't want to
I,
even talk to women. You know what I'm saying nowadays.
and
A lot of dudes because they
again,
Yeah,
think
I'm one of
that
those.
dudes have more value than they think
but
the
those
women
are
got
not.
more value than the men. So it's not
But
Mhm.
just bodybuilders. That's where you keep trying. I
but
get
hey,
what
I'm
you're
not. But,
saying, but at
but
the
like I said
same
again,
time, it's like you just trying to like making like they so special and they not special.
but
I'm
they
not
are
saying
different.
not. I'm not saying that they not that that they they not.
No, you know.
Look,
Here's the
I'm
thing is,
not. They not special. That's what I'm gonna
but
say.
they're doing something that most people wouldn't want to do.
Mm.
Now, I'm not saying I'm not putting it on a pedestal, but this is the thing about it. They're doing something that is the extreme that most people won't do. I'm not saying
Putting
that
their
you
bodies
put them on a
to the.
pedestal, but this is something that makes them different, that stands them out. Now, the everyday woman wouldn't want to do what they do.
No,
To get up, to
I'm not
work out, to
arguing with
train
that.
and diet.
I
But that's the thing is,
understand that, but at the
you understand
same
that.
time, when when you dealing with them, I mean, like I'm looking at it like you can't like look at them like they that they special because a lot of them they got some fucked up attitudes, and then I see
But
how
that's
they was doing, and I see how they was treating you. No disrespect, but when you was posting that what you call it that muscle talk about the sex appeal and all that stuff. A lot of them was getting on you about it, criticizing you and stuff like that. But yeah, you still
oh,
kind of give them this
now
high
that,
pedestal.
but I did
This
push it back into. But they did. Here's the thing is, they
what?
felt like they were attacked. But here's the thing is, I told them if you got a problem with it, come on and let's talk about it. But the problem is, not all of them have that courage to do it. Some just want to be. They like to get the attention. Like you, right at some points. But at the same time, there are those that will they want a discussion because they feel like it was something that needs to be talked about. That sometimes
Mm.
people don't want to talk about the little things on the back of their head that you know what maybe it's true because they feel like if you if you pay more attention to women who look more like Sherry Priami, Chelsea Dion, Lavinia Bottles, you just mentioned,
Mhm.
Andrea Shaw,
Oh,
the women who are very highly attractive. But if you feel like that's the problem, that's the focus of your sport, it is. It's the part of the business part. A lot of you ladies, as you all know, they do the meet websites. That's where they make money. But they keep forgetting the fact is how you make money is you're using your body. Now, like I said, this is yeah. If they felt like that way, that's on them. But if they felt like they had an issue, have the courage and step up and say
and
something. You can say it in the comment section.
do they come do they
No,
come?
'cause that's the thing
Just
is
maybe like a spoonful of them come.
a
The
smooth.
ones
Yeah,
that you just cool with them. A lot of
yeah,
them they don't.
yeah. That's what it is. I don't worry about them. I worry about the ones who do, respond. Who say, "Hey, George, let's talk about this," because they're the ones who really want to see the other side. They want to know what's out there. They want to be
mm,
more They want more information. They want to know, is this
mm,
really what y'all think? Yes, this is what we think.
Yeah,
And you know
and
what?
my thing
mm.
all I'm saying is that like me personally, I'm not treating them like they special. They to me, they just women that just work out, nothing more, nothing less. That's it.
Hey,
You know,
Like
and
I
that's
said,
that
like I
people
said,
speak people. I'm not, you know, I'm not gonna focus on other people. I'm
yeah,
just saying, that's how I look at it.
yeah.
Do you want to look at it
Again,
like they
nah,
so magnificent? Go ahead, but
but like
you know
here's
what
the
I'm
thing:
saying?
if they were so special, why even do content about it? Why even post videos about them? And maybe you may not like the stuff they've done or did, but they are special enough where you get your attention and put it on your platform.
right.
You don't have to do it. You can just say fuck it and just do something else, but you still do it.
Yeah,
You might say, wait, wait, wait. You might say
right.
they're not as special
You
as they
right.
are,
You right. But I
but
do
that's
do it
true.
in a way.
Yeah, they do it.
I do fall back
So
though. I fall back. I'm not
yeah,
saying that I'm not attracted to them.
hmm
I'm not saying that. I'm
Mm.
not saying that they not attractive. I'm not saying that, but I'm just saying I'm looking at them like any woman. Like, yo, I'm not gonna
but they're
put
not
so
just
much
any woman because
energy into
you
you,
wouldn't
and you know,
you
Nah,
I'm
but
like,
right.
but you wouldn't post them as much if they weren't just any woman. There, yes, you could say yes. You pull back on a little bit, but still, they get your attention. You are attracted to them, and you see more than any woman. You wouldn't just post any girl. Just I know I've seen you post stuff like pictures of A's running, jogging, but most of your stuff is on about these women in bodybuilding. We're doing a whole thing about Latin female bodybuilders. We shouldn't even do nothing about anybody's ethic. Just talk about women in general.
Mm, right. Yeah.
It's an old saying. There's no win for losing.
Nah, I mean he's right. I've had to step back because more or less I've been trying to not like I would say hit on him, just be more friendly to him, show him that I'm a different guy than these wild ones that want to show them their area or something like that. I'm not like that. I wasn't raised that way. So
Yeah. And
yeah.
sometimes some of these ladies, they get burnt out with some of the guys out here who act like, they don't know how to, you like you never been raised right, you know.
Mm.
But again, sometimes there can be some women out there can be a bit on their shit. And they just need to realize it, and sometimes with those, I move on for them. I say, fuck you, move on and move on and just focus on the people who were like I have ladies who reach out to me and say, hey, I saw your interviews, so I wanna do the interview. Or, you know, I started following them. They say, hey, you started following me. There's always gonna be a good or bad to any situation. But it's up to you. Don't let them those handful that give you the hard time or give you a problem,
it ain't
don't let them
just a handful. It's a lot of. I mean, just say some of them. Some of them is okay.
yeah. Yeah.
Some of them
That's the
is
thing is
okay, but it's a
con-
lot of them that that
concentrate.
I may not even would want to waste my time or any
Yes,
my energy on them. That's
that's
it.
a good thing. Don't concentrate on those. They're not worth your time. Sometimes it's better. Like I said, this like one thing I talk about how these actually bodybuilding shows only had a handful of female bodybuilders. I say it's not about the quantity, but the quality. If you have good people that support you and interested in you, what you're doing, good. The rest of them, they just want to be users. Then move on from
Mm.
I mean,
Mm.
tell you the truth. I mean, even when you do reach out, a lot of them don't really respond. If they respond,
them.
it's
Then
like
that's why.
they not
Oh, yeah, it's
interested,
like
or just like
they'll just put like a little light.
they've been interviewed. They interview you. They interviewed a lot of people interviewed them, and so it don't make sense to kind of like reach out to ones that got the attention. So that's why sometimes I talk to people that probably starting out because that's even simple. And even that, some of them they don't respond, or some of them they do respond.
Yeah, and that's a
So
good thing. It's good for the ones who do actually want to respond. That
Mhm.
I reached out to Heather because like I said again, I saw they post. How on IG they seen they post somebody's link. Like follow this person, and I said okay, let me check her out. And I seen that she's a mom, she's dedicated, and she's really into the sport. I said okay, even though I'm not a fan of her division, her story about how she got into it. I sent her an email They send me back information. We talk back and forth on IG. That's good. The other ones I reach out to that respond, or sometimes, hey, you want to see an interview? Say, you know what? Never mind. You waste my time and move on, go on to somebody else who we wants to do this. And that's good. It's just sometimes, like I think, you're gonna have hits and misses.
Yeah.
That's all it is. And the thing is, don't let those people discourage you from doing what you like doing. That's
I
their
mean, it
problem.
is what it is. I mean, I'm not. It what it is. I'm not. I don't think I'm bothered by it as before. It's just, I just kind of
But you
move
are
on
talking
to
about it.
other things.
Hey,
It
Clyde.
doesn't
Hey,
matter.
I want to have your skin.
Because
I
it's
want
a
to have more of
topic.
your skin, man.
Mhm.
It's. I mean, it's try to be disciplined. That's it. Because a lot of
Yeah.
dudes they infatuated with them, and a lot of
Oh
times
yeah.
it's
Oh
like
yeah.
That's
it's when you're
that's the
gaining
dude.
anything, you're not really me. I'm not gaining so much. Yeah, I make content, but I'm not making. I'm not. It ain't like I'm gaining a lot. It ain't like a lot of people come because of the women, and after a while, it's like fuck it. I'ma just interview stuff, interview people outside of this women bodybuilding stuff
Yeah,
because
and I
it's
like when you
I'ma
Yeah,
do that.
just
yeah.
what I'm saying. I talk to various of people, try to talk to various of people. I'm not really like focused on them. I mean, I think the difference between me and you is because you they talk to a lot of them. I haven't like that. That's the difference. And
Yeah.
really, I can't really relate to them like that because I'm not in their world and stuff. I just like it because that's some of them. They get my dick hard. That's it.
Here's the thing is,
That's it.
here's the thing is, you
Oh
don't
wow.
have
Oh
to like
wow.
because they're bodybuilders. You can share things just that you might share in their personal lives. Like I know a lady who got interviewed. She had a heart attack. I had a heart
Hmm.
attack.
Hmm.
I know
Okay.
somebody who sometimes they went through the same thing.
But some of them they don't really have much to talk about like that. Like they
But
just it's not always easy all the time. Like some of
the
them
thing is,
they do share, and sometimes some of them they just you gotta find something to talk about with them.
here's the thing is, anything
Right.
worth doing is never going to be easy. If you want it easy, then I think you better find another thing to do. Nothing's ever going to be easy. I mean,
Well,
nice things to do.
I'm trying to find something else to do. I'm not really
It,
that's my whole point. I'm not
it,
focusing on them like that. That's it.
yeah, it's nice.
I
It's
heard
good to
that.
focus on something else too. But also, this is the thing is, this is your bread and butter for right now. This is the thing that got you into this spot, and it's just about steadily improving and learning. And like when I started, I didn't know a lot of this stuff what they talk about, but then conversations and just pay attention and just studying. It's funny. It's like anything. It's like when you get into some of the situations, especially if you want to be good at something, you have to really study, pay attention to the subject, and learn something about it. And also have good relations with the person. Now, if other people have issue about it, that's that other person. If certain women have a certain attitude where fuck off, let me move on. Let me focus on this one who really want to talk about themselves. And then
Yeah.
also, it doesn't take much, especially like I said again, there's still women. Women would like to talk to somebody who wants to listen. You got to be willing to be open minded to listen. If it gets to the point where it's not for you, then fine. But if there's people out there who really want to share their stories with you, who their platform interests you, then you should do it. Other than that, other stuff is just as it is. It's just the stuff that comes with it.
Yeah. You guys are right, both. I mean, but especially Clyde, I that's why I like fall back. I don't even try to,
Yeah. There's times when I said I don't always do interviews. Like I do interviews out of bodybuilding, MMA fighters. Sometimes it's hard to get with them too because they're usually
Mm,
busy in training. I would love to interview some more wrestlers. I had a few wrestlers on my channel, but most of them are training. Sometimes it's just about that person, what time they can give to you, they can spare. If they can't spare it, then I'm not gonna worry about it. If they want to come on, like right now, I just got while I was on here, I just got a text from a lady. She sent me something because we're still cool. Something a little funny. Or somebody will let me know, hey, I'm doing a show. You think you may come in and say, nah, I can't make it, but maybe next time. It's just finding the right people who are willing and wanting. Anybody else is not, then don't worry about them. If you reach,
Exactly.
if you give somebody a hand, hey, I want to tell your story. Come on here. You want to share it. Let people know more about you. If they're open to it, good. If the others don't, I don't worry about them. Some ladies I still am. I've done interviews 2 3 years ago. Still in good contact with. We still talk. I got their phone number. Well,
Hey, Clyde.
sometimes.
Hey, Clyde. Hey, George. Hey,
Yeah.
I gotta go. Yeah, I gotta go.
All
Yeah,
right,
my boss
All
calling me.
right,
All right.
man. I
All right.
appreciate
all
you
right, all
coming
right.
in, man.
Yeah, we
No,
cool,
no
man.
problem
All
at
right.
all. No, no, thank you, man, for having me. As always.
All right.
Yeah, I gotta get back. All
Yeah, you
All
gotta
right.
get to work.
right.
Next
Be
time I come
good,
on, you
man.
don't have to work. Have your day off.
Oh, I know.
Yeah,
Yeah,
man. Yeah.
Maybe I
yeah.
do
We'll
this.
talk soon. Yeah, yeah, yeah. Hopefully, we can do
All
this
right.
again. All
Yeah,
right.
yeah,
All
Later.
right.
Later.
yeah. Because you gave me idea for something. You were talking about the magazine dream thing. I'm not gonna go with that because I don't think it's. I am looking
I
at
knew
something.
you wasn't going. I knew you wasn't going to look at it.
Yeah, yeah.
I did this
I
on
might look
Latin
at it just
team.
to look at it, but it's
You
something
ain't
else.
gonna look at it.
I might look at it, but it's something else
Yeah.
that got my interest. And when I do when I do my stuff, I have something that interests me. Not so much
Yeah. I
that
mean, it's up to you. It was just a
yeah,
suggestion that we
yeah,
both do. Because if
yeah,
you do it and then you don't see it, you just gonna be talking about other stuff. You're not
yeah,
gonna be into what I'm saying. So it don't make no sense doing it, and you ain't. You know, I just come for the long.
yeah. But like I said, I've done things where it interests you too, and
Say that again.
haven't I done some stuff that interests you, and you came on?
Yeah. Yeah. Okay.
Yeah, yeah. But like I said again, it had to be something that I really had to be into. And if you like it and
Okay.
you think you're interested, you can come on. But this is something I'm working on. I think I might do like we did like might maybe hmm, see maybe after the fourth. See
When is the
maybe
fourth? This week?
yeah this week it's gonna be
Okay. Yeah.
Friday. Maybe
Yeah.
something
I'm
after
going
the
to
fourth.
that bodybuilding.
Yeah,
Go over there.
yeah.
Don't be.
If you yeah. Try to make it because you want to you here thing. Prejudges is the first show. Unless you can't make prejudges, try to make the finals.
Well, I did the final, so I mean, I'm gonna try to get there before 5 o'clock. It opens. It starts at 5. So what I can do, because I don't know how even the transportation is going to be. Especially in July 4th, because sometimes
Yeah,
it's yeah.
you might
I
need to
wanted
leave really really early if you can.
Yeah, I wanted to do the July 3rd, but I work July 3rd, so I couldn't do that.
And I think
You know,
the fifth is I think it's not gonna
it's
have.
the men. The fifth is the men,
Yeah,
the
so I don't think
bodybuilders.
I don't think you want to unless you want to go check it out. I mean,
I
you can check
mean,
it out.
I don't got with the men, but what I'm saying, I because it's nothing wrong with it, but I don't want to just be looking all the time, but I mean, I don't know, I'd rather the women look at the women, but so
Yeah, I'm like I said, you know what? I didn't drop my top. Excuse me, my top five Latina female bodybuilders. Let me first. I
yeah,
gotta go with most definitely gotta go with Denise Messina. She's the one that changed the game because she came
yeah,
in with this. Second, um, I would say my dear friend Miss Gabby Vega. Now Miss Gabby Morrison. Third, I might switch it up. I think I'll give Eunice second and Gabby
hmm
third. Uh,
yeah,
I would say, you know, fourth. I think I'd go with Lavinia Barros. And
Okay.
fifth, I go with Christina
Yeah,
Mendoza.
excuse me, I gotta show this.
Oh,
Yeah,
that's Carla. I've been talking with her. She speaks no English, but
yeah.
I usually talk with through Google Translation. She was
Um,
wellness, but she switched over to
she speak English?
no English, no English.
No, I was asking does she? Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Yeah, she.
So I talked with her through Google Translation. Yeah. She's tagged me in the video she posted, and her
Yeah, that's
quads are
cool.
crazy.
Yeah,
Her
that's
quads and calves. She kind of reminds me of Colette Gourmand with breast implants.
yeah. Mm.
That's the big dude. That's a trainer, Gunther. I think she's doing Portugal this weekend also. Hello, give me folks. Take the difficulties, folks. He'll be back in a minute.
Hello,
But
hello.
yeah, hello,
Yeah,
yeah.
yeah.
Just to mute. Well, folks, right now he's taking care of his business. So while you have me here, as you know, tomorrow I have an interview with a lovely lady who is Ivy Pro. Her name is Rebecca Woody. Now, Mrs. Woody is 76 years old. She last competed at um, the World Masters Championships in Pittsburgh. Oh, he's back.
Yeah,
Hello. Yeah.
yeah. Yeah, I'm here. Yeah, I was distraction.
All right. That's all right.
Yeah. So say what you were saying.
Um,
You were saying something.
I was saying that I got my interview tomorrow from Muscle Talk. So sometimes with Muscle Talk, if I don't
Yeah,
have something to talk about, then I'll say, you know what, I'll do an interview if I can.
yeah, yeah. I mean, there was a lot of people that I tried to. It was a lot, man. I was copying a lot of women bodybuilders' names. Some things we didn't even get to. You know, there was some else I wanted to. Um, but every time I try to do this Instagram thing, the internet it start acting
You know, you need
enough.
to
But
see
I'm gonna try.
you need to check and see anybody is jumping on your Wi-Fi that's not supposed
Yeah,
to.
I'm.
You know, somebody pick it back off your Wi-Fi if that's the problem. We might need a booster.
Rosario Williams.
Oh, hello, hello, hello. Yeah, it might be some issue. Either somebody's picking off your piggyback off your Wi-Fi.
Say that again.
It might be issue. Have you ever checked if anybody's
Yeah. Hello.
picking? Hello, can you hear me?
Yeah, I hear you.
Yeah, you
Yes.
might need to check to see if anybody's picking back off your Wi-Fi. Why that's why it seems like it's going in and out like it is. You might need a booster or something.
Oh yeah. What where you plug the box?
It's either with the modem or it's just that somebody is your Wi-Fi passcode protected?
I don't know.
That's something you need to check on. Check on that. That could
How
be
will I
if
check
somebody.
on it?
Well, whoever the company that you get your Wi-Fi through, you know, ask and see who set it up. Your father or you set up the Wi-Fi in the apartment.
Oh,
The accounts.
I set
Who's
it.
yeah,
Oh, who
who's
set it up?
yeah, who's the count on the name? What's the count? What is the
Oh, my
name of the
father.
account?
My father.
Hmm. That means that it needs information, and if you can check and see if there's some kind of issue where somebody's probably they might be piggybacking off of it. That's why sometimes you go in and out like you are.
Mm, I
So
don't
it's
know.
just you just call whoever who's the cable if you cable whatever it's call them and see come check on it. You might need a booster.
Yeah, a
Just,
booster.
yeah.
Okay. Yeah. Yeah. Damn. I wanted to show this thing. I'm gonna try it again. If it don't
Go ahead.
happen, yeah, I'm gonna try it again. Instagram. Hold on. You still hear me?
Yeah, I can say hear you.
Okay. I'm try it again. We gonna see. Okay. There was somebody. Yeah, somebody. I didn't want to forget her name. Rosario. Shit. Rosario Williamson. Damn. Okay. Yeah, I got it. All right. So this is the last person that I'm gonna showcase. Cause let me know when you see it.
Mm-hmm.
You see it?
Give it a minute. There she
You
goes.
see it?
Yeah, I see it
Okay.
now.
Okay. Yeah. This is her. This is her.
Yeah.
She's from Chile. Yeah. I've been following her. Yeah.
Now, how you pronounce the name?
You seen her before?
No, has not. I mean, just like I said, there's thousands of female bodybuilders now. Don't know them all.
Rosario Williamson. Okay. Yeah. Shit. Yeah.
Hmm. She got potential.
Yeah.
I wonder if she's in Chile, so
Yeah.
she might if she hadn't done a regional yet, she might
It
try to
seemed
do. Hmm, hello? Hey, everybody, put her name in the comment section so because I might want to check her out because
oh
leave a
Jesus.
link.
The show. I didn't can you
Leave
hear
a link.
me?
Yeah, I think leave a link in the comments here. People who want to check her out.
Yeah, yeah.
Yeah, that's the
I
thing.
just closed it, so I just closed it. I was, I don't want my computer acting up, and so that's why I'm trying to. Her name is Rosario Williamson, so I'll write
All
it
right,
down in the chat.
all right.
Rosario Williamson.
Yeah,
I mean,
sure.
it was a lot of women bodybuilders from Latin America. I didn't even cover as much that I copied down, and
What
so
what you should do is make your own video. Like you don't have to do it live. You can like pre-record it or just like what I do when I make my comparison videos. Just
okay.
put yeah, just pick the ladies you want to talk about. Mention the names. Or if you got any pictures or clips of them, post them.
You know what? That's a there. I probably should do a video with Latinas.
Yeah,
Yeah. Or
yeah. I think
anybody that I like. I don't know. it's like you gotta do research, but it's like I'm already doing research a bit. I'm copying all these women's name, and some of them I even yeah, I'm gonna take that. I'm gonna take that. I'm gonna see what I can do. Maybe tomorrow or when I get the chance, because
Yeah,
it's a lot of names that I copied down. So
yeah. Just you don't have to do all. Just take the ones like you feel like you really are really into the most,
yeah,
and focus on them, and then just do ones bit by bit over a period of time. Like you can do a mixed crowd. You can do particularly the ones you like the most, the ones that you're fans of. You don't have to be specifically this group of people or that group of people.
I only did it because somebody suggested last week when we was doing the Asian female muscle that if we could do another ethnicity. So I'm like, what ethnicity I would want to cover? So the Latinas kind of like hit me on the spot to do it because I like them, So yeah,
Yeah, truly, you really just all you have is like Asian, white, black, Latin, or Latin's more of a mix.
yeah,
Ethnicity. It's not pretty. Like you basically the basic three are, I would say, black, white, Asian, and everything
yeah,
else is just kind of
mix,
because yeah, or because most Asians are technically most Native Americans are technically Asian. Black people wear the base, and whites are just the offspring. You know how they say that everything started in Africa, and they just spanned it out.
I only know how to say certain words in Espanol. So I mean, you can always learn, Damien J. So
Mm.
and then do y'all know who Hilda Lopez is? She would make
Yeah,
for a great interview for the both of you.
well, she no
I
longer competes anymore. I, she hadn't competed in like the last 5 years. She's she's not as in. I've seen some pictures here and there of her. She's not as in shape like she used to be.
yeah,
Last time she competed was back in 2021. I think she's from Chile, also Chile or someplace.
I'm
She
not
has
sure who
these.
he talking about.
All you gotta do is just if I could, let me see.
Wait, let
If
me
she's
use
here,
my phone. Hold on. I
yeah,
probably can Hilda 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 Lopez. Hilda
yes,
Lopez. Okay. 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 Thank you, Damien J. Okay. I think hold on. Well, I see a picture. No. No, this is. Oh, okay. Yeah. Yeah. Okay. Yeah. I know who you're talking about.
yeah.
Yeah, that's so she got the tattoos.
Yeah, one she got the one on her
Yeah.
neck was a few years ago,
Yeah.
but then
Right.
you know
She was
she
on
has a
DD on the spot. Yeah.
yeah crazy pecs, crazy pectorials, but I'm not a big
Yeah.
fan of the tattoos,
Yeah.
especially the one on
She's.
the neck.
Yeah. 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 She used to be
Actually,
huge and stuff.
yeah, she has 2 kids.
Yeah. So she stopped competing.
She started competing like about a few years ago. She still pops on, I think, a couple of websites in now and then, but generally, she hasn't competed in almost 4 or 5 years.
Yeah. She was on DD on the spot. She was there for like three times. She had three appearances on DD on the spot. So
Yeah.
Rolando says, I know that is too hold up be doing the 304 stuff now. Oh, yeah. Hold Lopez, yeah.
Yeah.
Well, I think that's about it, man. Yeah, appreciate you coming in because I didn't really know how to navigate this thing too much. I just kind of wrote the names and all that stuff. I know you know some stuff about a lot of these women a little bit more than I do, so I just kind of I'm just gonna display who I like. You know, some of them I didn't touch, and yeah, maybe I could do a comparison video or just talk about one of them and stuff. So yeah,
Yeah, you can talk about the ones you feel like that you missed that you really want to get more detail in. You know,
yeah,
you do like a little mini series. You like that's like I say that there's a lot of things that I think people need to really get to know about when they get into a subject especially about bodybuilding. It is education, and you're always going to learn something new. And these women, some of them, they really want their story to be told. Others, they want to be private because they try to protect their image. But at the same time, is if you want people to know about you, you got to put yourself out there. I know you're doing this stuff here, but really reach out to people like you or me or David. I mean, some ladies they might do female bodybuilding channel, but sometimes they don't like it too much because whatever issue would have with AJ, JB, whatever. But we're the ones who's talking about you. No one is. No one else is. So if anything, you're not gonna allow you if you're lucky enough to go on something like maybe Dave Palumbo or I think a lady who I follow, she just did an interview with Linda Murray. But generally, the rest of you, you're not gonna get that same look. If you're not in the top, tier competitors, no one's gonna really pay attention to you. It's people like us who are fans who do. But generally, you really got to, really appreciate your fans. Why you even have them?
yeah. I like tattoos. I'm a fan. None female body, but her name is Heidi. She flooded with tats. I like them.
I'm not a
Yeah,
big fan of tattoos. I think I think sometimes they take away the overall look of the physique, especially if they are in certain places.
you know it's that you say that, but you interviewed somebody that had tattoos, but they I think I said that I wasn't too crazy about tattoos, and they heard me say it, and I was supposed to interview them, but they canceled on me because I said that. I'm like, they didn't even have much tattoos. I'm like, why offended by that? I'm like, wow, really?
That's somebody in
Somebody
their
told me
feelings.
that.
That's somebody in their feelings. But I've said to somebody, say I'm not a big fan of tattoos, and they because it's not everybody's. I think
But you interviewed him. That's the funny part.
yeah, like Don Stanley.
Yeah,
I think she's going to be competing at the Universe. Um, this weekend, and she has a lot of tattoos. We talked about we were offline talking about how her last show she felt like it's harder for her because it can get away in the detail of the muscle unless you
yeah,
just really look hard enough and look past it. But it can, like the lady I'm about to interview, I think in a couple of days, Ariana, I think her name is Nina, they call her.
Oh
From,
yeah,
yeah,
I interviewed her before. So the
yeah,
one that looked like name from Rosie Perez. She looked like Rosie Perez to me.
yeah, yeah, yeah.
She's
She
a
got a lot of
bikini.
tattoos.
Yeah, she's a bikini competitor.
Yeah,
Yeah,
you know, it's just like I said again, depending where they're at, they can take away like that one chick that her name is Renee Renee what's her name last name? I know it. I used to she had a beautiful physique. He had tattoos before, but now
oh, I
she
know Renee Campbell.
Campbell, yeah. And
Yeah,
now she's totally covered. Beautiful physique. She always had a beautiful physique. And
yeah,
now she's really so tatted up. It's just it kind of takes away from it a bit. You still see good
yeah,
aspects of it, but now it's just but as you know, she's not. I don't know. she looked like she might maybe think about coming back. Just not,
Mm,
like say they say, hey, I'm not coming back, but then you never know when you have that time in your life. So you know what? Even though I'm not competing anymore, they might just jump in for one more time just to see how they do. But I
mm,
think she's gonna hurt her more now because she's totally tatted out.
mm. I don't know. It is what it is, man. I hope Dawn Staley do good. I mean, I'm not gonna be able to see her perform. I'm gonna try to do the fit model and the bikini stuff. So
Hmm. Well, like I said, the show her I said their part is not till that I think that Friday or that.
no, they she's in physique, right?
Yeah, physique.
Yeah, it's a July 3rd month though. The one that I'm gonna be going it's in July 4th, and the men is July 5th. It's July
Yeah.
3rd to July 5th. That's so yeah. So yeah, man. So who the fuck? Who's Young Scooter? Rest in peace, Young Scooter.
Yeah. Yeah. No.
Who's Young? Yeah, I don't know. Y'all weird, man. I'm telling you. This is well.
Yeah.
Anyway, um, well, I appreciate you. You know, coming. Even though we have our differences, I appreciate you on your opinions and stuff. So
Yeah. I appreciate you because
yeah,
that's the thing. We That's the thing is people need to do this. We have differences, but the thing is, we also have things we have in common, and it's good to have that
yeah,
good back and forth. So that thing
yeah.
is, you don't always want to say, yeah, 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 agree to everything time. This It needs to be some every now and then a little pushback against some things. And that's good to have that.
I
You,
noticed sometimes at times you just be doing it to be doing it though. I do
yes,
notice that.
because
Yeah,
I'm good at it.
to be an asshole, but it's cool.
No, not being an asshole. Being an
Yes,
asshole, I
you
could be,
are.
if I want to be an asshole, I could be a lot worse. I'm just giving a counterpoint. If I want to be an asshole, this is a true story. I remember one night after the club, we were sitting chilling, and the boss's girlfriend asked me, said, George, you're a really nice guy. Yeah, man, I know I am. Saying, but sometimes I'm like this. I could be the nicest person in the world, or a stone cold son of a bitch when I have to be. And she got shocked by it because she didn't even think I would say it. But hey, that's the time is. Sometimes you can be nice, but like Dalton said in Roadhouse, there's time to be nice and time not to be nice.
Well, we all got our demons, so it's not like you the only one.
Where I let my demons come out. They like to come out. They can't stay in them too long.
Yeah. I appreciate y'all also. I appreciate you too, James. I mean, I appreciate everybody for coming on. And yeah, check out my previous interview. I was interviewing somebody earlier and stuff. So
Yeah, I was watching it. She's like, you
yeah,
she's not competing this year. She's gonna take. She's right now. She's gonna do
she
some
she
coach,
gonna
some judging.
she gonna start 2026. I think she's gonna be doing the judging. Yeah, it wasn't like a long interview, but there was some things. Sometimes I was a bit off, a bit like just listening. So because there was things I could have made a conversation with her, but I don't know because she was talking about but the one of the Real Housewives from Housewives, and I was like, yeah, that's cool. And then I just moved on to another subject. I'm like, damn, I watched Real Housewives. I could have mentioned. I was kind of just focusing, asking like a question because I didn't know what to like cover with her. All I just see, she work out and really much like that, but she wasn't a girl. She answered she could, and
Want me to take a shot at her?
if you want to,
I ain't got a problem. Like I said, let's see. I got my interview tomorrow. We got one on Tuesday. I don't know about the one on Wednesday because I she was reason why she was going to be last week, Randy, but she got sick. And I sent her things said, I hope you're all right, and and see who's doing it. If not, then I'm gonna reach out to her tomorrow, see if she's all right, if she's good for the interview. If not, I'm just gonna delete it and move on. And I was talking to one lady, I hadn't got a response from her back yet. So if I will get to interview her this weekend, we can do it next weekend. If I just, I can squeeze her in. And then
Yeah,
I gotta
that was her
do,
first anyway. So
yeah, and then I gotta do. I'm waiting for the list for the Portugal pros. He was competing that Sunday, and then I do a video on that. And other than that, I got some first of the month is coming up. Gotta do some shopping, and then also I got some other stuff that I'm
and
working
we
on.
said same way, George.
Yeah, yeah. It's just life is about being an adult. Life's always there's always things you gotta do. Yeah,
No, he was talking
Being
about the same the cold of a bitch. Yeah, he was talking about.
oh yeah, yeah, yeah. Yeah. Like I said again, sometimes it's time to be nice. Sometimes there's times not to be nice.
Okay, Miss not to be nice. Well, I
No,
guess we can
Dalton.
wrap.
It's Dalton. I thought he was bigger.
All right. So I really appreciate y'all coming to the chat and yeah, have a good weekend. I mean a good weekday, a week, excuse me. And yeah, man, just maintain and yeah, and keep sane. Well, I'll
And
see y'all
folks,
later.
and folks, it's gonna be a short week because you know what? The 4th of July is on Friday, so we're gonna have a long, holiday weekend.
Yeah, happy July 4th.
All right.
All right.